everyone, welcome to Unacademy Aarogya. My name is Nicky Sinha. I'm an educator with Unacademy. As a psychology teacher, I feel it's my responsibility to make sure that you know about the different kind of psychological disorders which are there in this world so that you're well informed about it. Last video I had discussed teenage depression with you all, and today I'm going to discuss something really important which is there, which is definitely present, but it is not usually considered as a disease. Usually it is seen as arrogance, usually it is seen as people who are very reserved, but that's not the case. There are some people who might suffer from social anxiety. Yes, that is a disorder, definitely there is. So let me tell you first of all, what is social anxiety? Just like in anxiety, when you have intense irrational fears, your fears are not defined, they're not rational, they're not practical at all. It is irrational, it is not something you should be fearful of. In social anxiety, people who are suffering from social anxiety have intense and irrational fear of social situations. Yes, they're fearful of going out in gatherings, they're fearful of meeting new people, they're fearful of doing things which comes naturally to us. That is what social anxiety means. In psychological terms, it can also be called as social phobia, and it usually means intense and irrational fear of social gatherings, of meeting new people, of making new friends. People who are suffering from social anxiety find it really difficult to converse with new people, to converse with people they know, and in fact in any new situation, in any new social gathering, they would face this extreme fear and they will not be able to converse. वो बात नहीं कर पाएंगे. I'll tell you a situation. This is something from my own personal experience. I know this person. She was suffering from such intense level of social anxiety that she could not meet people. When there would be people in her house, she would literally hide under the table instead of meeting them. This is just one example of how social anxiety looks. Just as in the last video, I had told you about the symptoms and the causes and how you can cure it. In this video also, I'll tell you about the symptoms, the causes, and how you can cure it. See, the symptoms are really important because if you do not understand the symptoms of this, you will not be able to understand if the person is actually suffering from something like that. And this actually, जिसको हम कहते हैं ना, ज्यादती है उस इंसान के साथ जो एक्चुअली इस चीज से सफर कर रहा है, बिकॉज वो एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर सकता. जनरली हम सोचते हैं कि अरे कितना एरोगेंट बंदा है, किसी से बात ही नहीं करता, बट क्या पता उसको ये प्रॉब्लम हो, है ना. So let us take a look at the symptoms of social anxiety. So symptoms firstly include blushing. I know this sounds a little romantic, but it is not. It is a disorder, guys. So when you meet someone who is suffering from social anxiety, they would blush unnecessarily. They would feel very shy in talking to you. Some people also feel nauseated. उनको उल्टियाँ आने लगती है when they are in this unknown situation. उनको nauseated feel होता है. Then there are some people who have extreme sweatiness. Extreme sweating happens. बहुत ज़्यादा, मतलब वो किसी नए इंसान से मिलेंगे, they'll be sweating all over their body. That is something that you can look out for. They also start trembling and shaking. So much is their fear of this unknown situation that they literally start trembling and shaking. They also feel dizziness. They sometimes faint also. In such a situation, they can faint also. Can you imagine? So much is the fear that they can faint as well. Also, it includes rapid heartbeat. Your heart palpitations would really go up and down. Your blood pressures might increase. Your sugar levels might increase. Such is this fear of a person who is suffering from social anxiety. These are basically your physical symptoms. There are certain psychological symptoms also that we should be knowing of. So psychological symptoms would actually include a person worrying about attending a social situation way beforehand. They would start worrying maybe a week before, a month before. They would want to skip that situation somehow. So if your friend is always cancelling plans, please do take a look. Maybe that person is suffering from social anxiety and he's not or she's not just lazy. Maybe that is the case. So please look out for such symptoms. They'll try to cancel plans. They'll try to, get rid of such things. They'll try to, get rid of the plans in the last movement. They'll start worrying. They'll start, unka blood pressure again high ho jayega with all the constant worrying that they do. So these are some psychological symptoms that you can look out for. They're also really worried that people are going to notice them. They're also really worried about being judged. And hence sometimes they and if you see a person like that, and then suddenly when they have some amount of alcohol and some amount of cigarettes, maybe they are a completely different person. Because what happens, alcohol and cigarette inhibits our senses. It does not let you think about all of these things. So somehow you will feel that, oh, this person is not suffering from any anxiety. This person is generally just shy, and whenever they have alcohol, they come out all out in the open. They're dancing, they're partying, but that's not the case, because alcohol inhibits their senses and hence they sort of come out of their shells. But again, this is a very permanent solution to what we have, the problem at hand. So these are some symptoms that you can look out for. So generally you should be looking out for these symptoms if you really want to understand if a person is suffering from social anxiety. Now, let me tell you about the causes of social anxiety. What causes social anxiety? Social anxiety is usually caused by 2 or 3 things: abuse, sexual abuse, conflicts. Sometimes the causes of social anxiety are a few. Sometimes bullying is one of the major causes, sometimes sexual abuse, sometimes violence. All of these are major causes of social anxiety. A person who has suffered from sexual abuse will not want to step out in the open because they're fearful of meeting new people, because they have that baggage at their hand. They have suffered from something which they have not been able to talk about to anyone for that matter. So that is one of the reasons they suffer from social anxiety. They feel that in a social gathering something wrong might happen with them, which has happened. Bullying also, because that is their experience of meeting new people. Whenever they've met new people in their schools, they have always felt this anxiety. They've always been bullied. Unko hamesha bully kiya gaya hai. They've been judged. So that is the reason they do not want to attend social gatherings. And it's not just 1 or 2 instances which will lead to social anxiety. No. A person who has been bullied throughout his life, or a person who has had a lot of sexual abuse, will definitely have this as a repercussion. So that is one of the major causes of social anxiety. Now we're going to talk. I have told you about the symptoms. I've told you about the causes. Now let us see how you can treat social anxiety. Social anxiety, if you really want to treat social anxiety, first of all, it's very important that we talk to the person. Yes, we should know what the person has gone through. Maybe sometimes there's certain emotions which are hidden inside a person which needs to come out. The person maybe just needs to cry. The person really just needs to shout out loud. There's a scene in this beautiful movie called Highway, where in the end Alia Bhatt really shouts it out and she takes everything out. So she was also a socially anxious person where she was not able to mingle with people. So sometimes, first of all, what you need to do is, on your personal level, if you can do something, is talk to your friends. Ask them what is the reason. Why is the person socially anxious? What does he or she feel? What exactly goes on in their mind or in their hearts when they're in a social setting? Second of all, acknowledge their feelings. Do not shun them. This I've already told you in the previous video also, but this applies for any disorder, guys. Whenever you're talking to a person, this is something you can't see in tests. This is not biologically diagnosed. So do not shun that person. Make sure that you listen to that person, acknowledge their feelings, do not shun them, do not ridicule them, do not judge them. Apart from this, there are different therapies which you can do. So there's a group therapy. Make sure that you introduce the person to small groups. Maybe 1 person at a day, 1 person in a week, 1 person in a month, and then eventually increase from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and genuinely, put the person in different situations in a very, very, very slow manner. in a very slow manner. Ask the person to make a friend in maybe 2 months. Then ask a person to make 2 friends in 2 months. So very gradually, there's this therapy called group therapy, which you can introduce the person to different groups of people and see how the interaction goes. Another thing which you can do is called your exposure therapy. Another thing which you can do is called your exposure therapy, in which you expose the person in a very slow and gradual manner to social settings, to social gatherings about which the person is really scared. But this is again to be done in a very gradual manner. Apart from this, you genuinely have to consult a psychologist or a psychiatrist or a therapist, and they can tell you to do cognitive behavior therapy, cognitive emotive therapy, there's psychoanalysis. There are different types of therapies that they might apply onto you. So that is, I think, a final step which you can take to cure this social anxiety that a person is going through. Also, having a good diet, having lots of sleep, having friends to talk to, having people around to love you, I think that's the best healing process for any person who is suffering from any kind of disorder. So if you have friends around you, please talk to them. Always take out time to talk to people. वो बहुत ज़रूरी है किसी भी इंसान के लिए. एक normal इंसान अगर उसके पास कोई ना हो बात करने के लिए can genuinely suffer from such disorders. So if you have people around you, please keep talking to them. That is it, guys. This is all about social anxiety. I really hope this video was useful to you. And if you find people like this, please do help them. Recognize their symptoms, recognize their causes, and use whatever I have told you to help them get away or get rid of this problem. Help them to cure this problem. I won't say get rid of this problem, but yes, cure these issues. So before we judge someone, let us first have our informations correct. Let us have all the pointers here which I've already given you. So please make sure that you help people around you. So that was it, all about the video. I hope you liked the video. I hope this was helpful to you. If you did, please do like, share and comment. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, do comment in the comment section whether you like it or not, and what kind of more videos would you want to see. On what topics should I make more videos? It could be anything regarding psychology or disorders or anything that you want to know. So please do so. Whatever you like, please do write in the comment section कि आप लोग क्या videos और देखना चाहते हो. It would really be of great help to me. So, and also before going, I would really want to tell you all about Unacademy. Now, if you're suffering from social anxiety, I think that's one step to go. You don't have to deal with people there. It's all virtual. You don't have to deal with people. But again, that's not a cure. So let's not do that. Let's cure social anxiety and be on this platform and make friends, because here you can make friends from all over India. So Unacademy offers you 2 kinds of subscription. We have a Plus subscription and an Iconic subscription. In Plus, you get to study from the top educators of India with the comfort of your home. There's exhaustive coverage of the syllabus. There's live classes, quizzes, mock series, daily practice session, answer writing session, subjective test series. You can have access to n number of classes, n number of courses. You also have, our teachers are always there to guide you and to mentor you. We definitely provide you much more than teaching. That's the agenda, that's the goal of Unacademy. So these are the kind of subscription. The other one is Iconic, in which you have a personal mentor. That mentor is responsible for solving all your doubts. They're connected to your parents. They give you a weekly report. They give you a report about your progress. They also help you plan your routine, your education. These are the 2 kinds of subscription that we are offering. Also, we have also launched quite a few batches. So we have, particularly since both is upcoming, it's coming now, it's literally on our heads. So we have quite a few batches that we have launched. We have bridge courses for class 11th, which will literally ease the transition to class 12. We have previous year batches, previous year's question batches which are going on. We have answer writing sessions which are going on. We have optionals made easy, in which you cover all your optional papers, and number of batches is being launched, guys. So please do subscribe to the do subscribe to Unacademy. If you really want to enroll in these batches, this will really help you with your preparation. These are the batches that we have. The pricing is up on your screen. I would really suggest that you take your subscription for a longer duration, because then you'll be sorted for a very long period of time, and even if the prices increase, it will not really affect you, and the monthly payment that you have to do is really less. You can use my code, which is Aarogya-Nikki. आप मेरा code use कर सकते हो. You can use this code to access the free platform. Special classes are free for everyone. Access the free platform, judge yourself whether you like it or not, and I'm sure you will. And if you want to take your subscription, again you can use the same code Aarogya-Nikki. You can get your subscription. You will get 10% off on your subscriptions. 10% off was being offered in the last month, and we're still continuing with this offer. So don't wait, take your subscription and use my code, which is Aarogya-Nikki. You can see it up on the screen. Use this code, get your subscription. Also, there's something very interesting. We have launched yet another offer. Now, this is basically for CBSE and for Creative Corner. So CBSE and Creative Corner. So if you take a certain month of subscription, a certain month will be given free, plus a certain month for Creative Corner would be given free. The details are up on the screen. You can see for how much month you have to take the subscription and how much month you will be getting free for both CBSE and Creative Corner. Again, guys, use my code Aarogya-Nikki. Subscribe, because it is only for first 1,000 subscribers to get your 10% off and get this free मुफ्त ये जो अभी ऑफर चल रहा है, इसको अवेल करने के लिए यूज माई कोड. ऑल्सो बिफोर यू गो, प्लीज लाइक द चैनल. इट्स Unacademy Aarogya. Subscribe to the channel, like my video, share it, and do let me know in the comments what else you want to see. Thank you so much.